Welcome back to the show, everybody. Listen to these headlines. We got USD coin and H-bar. We got Mike Novogratz in the news again. You're going to want to know about it. Ripple expands its presence on Capitol Hill. I think that's going to be a big deal. European Central Bank on central bank digital currencies. Bank of France has a massive CBDC test. Gary Gensler's on CNBC and talks about the Bitcoin ETF. And what about BAKKT? They just quietly went public yesterday. And we're going to hear from the one and only Real Vision's Raoul Pal about this upcoming bull cycle. You're going to want every single bit of that. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at @BackupBradleyAbove, and everything that we're talking about here today. $2.498 trillion cryptocurrency market cap, ladies and gentlemen. They're calling it 2.5 on CoinMarketCap right now. And I tell you something, we're really almost back at that all-time high for cryptocurrency market cap. And with the news of the Bitcoin ETF, I think we're going to see even more money push in to this space, and not just Bitcoin, but all around in this market. Right now, Bitcoin at $62,555.34. Some say a bargain at those prices right now. Ethereum at $3,798.07, and Cardano $2.12, and XRP at $1.08 rate at the moment. Let's look at the range of XRP. 107.31 on the low side of the range and 110.04 on the upper side. Trading pretty tightly right now, but let's get into the news. We have a lot to go over, and you need to know all of it. Circle's USD stablecoin goes live on Hedera Hashgraph. Well, first of all, congratulate to both of them, and really congratulations to USD Coin, which has really been finding its way onto more and more networks out here, and it really is starting to speak to me about the notion we have discussed on this channel, which is the idea that the USD Coin could have a public-private relationship and serve as a retail digital dollar for the United States out here. Okay, stay with me through this. Billionaire Mike Novogratz said the value of XRP has actually almost tripled since the SEC actions. It hasn't plummeted. It's a testament to the fact that once communities are formed with shared interest, they are damn resilient, he says. Well, I want to show you two sides of Mike Novogratz's mouth here, because this is another part of just back in April, just a handful of months ago, when Mike Novogratz was really talking down and trash talking every one of us as a resilient bunch.
Can I ask you a question about XRP?
And by the way, when we get done this, I'm going to show you some information of why it's really important for you to understand why Mike Novogratz is important, and how he could become a poster child if he's not careful in this space of what you're not supposed to do. We'll get to that in just a second.
This is something that I've been invested in for a long time, and they've obviously had, they are going through some issues. How do you feel about XRP?
Full disclosure, I own some of Ripple equity, and it's been a painful trade because the company's stock trades like dog's breakfast, and they own 55% of the XRPs, and so one of the prices is wrong, right? If you think about XRP at what's it trading, $1.20 times 58 billion. That company should be worth $60 billion just because of the XRP they have on the balance sheet, but it trades at about 3 billion. And so something's way off. So I've never liked the XRP token because you've got one group that owns so much of it. Not let alone you've got the SEC breathing down the necks of the two founders, the CEO, the founder, and the company.
They may be breathing down your neck soon enough too, Mike.
And so why is it going up? Crypto communities are like sports fans. Have you ever been to an English football game? Literally, their mouths they make Philadelphia Eagles fans look polite. But there's tribal nature, And, you know, over years, the XRP army has built up a real community of people that really want to believe it. It reminds me a little bit of Trump supporters. So you could tell them anything, you know, oh, they believe he stole the election.
And there you have it. So this gentleman is inferring that we're a bunch of crazy people is what he's trying to say. Now, I'm not right nor left, but I can tell you that is the connotation in which he's delivering that message. And here he's trying to call us a resilient bunch, right? Damn resilient. Communities are formed, right? Even if we are crazy, he's saying. Well, let me tell you something that's not so crazy here, is that back in the day, we know Mike Novogratz bought about 500,000 Ethereum from Vitalik Buterin for 99 cents. And that was during the initial coin offering and the fundraise that was going on, the ICO that Ethereum actually did that the SEC did not hold them accountable for. And to this day, Gary Gensler's not holding accountable for it either. And in fact, here's Brad Garlinghouse asking the question himself, why Gary Gensler is not speaking on Ethereum if the idea and notion of what is a security or not is so clear, then just say it.
Will there be an XRP ETF? Well, look,
let me bring you in right here.
Gary Gensler cares a lot about, but being silent about other things. And then, you know, one of the challenges right now is Gary Gensler, who's been asked specifically about ETH, hasn't commented. The Ethereum. If it's so clear, if the laws are so clear, and he's asked a specific question, then just answer the question because it's clear.
And there you have it. Just answer the question because it's clear. Because the reality is, if it is in fact a security, because we all are well aware, as Brad Garlinghouse is, that there was an initial coin offering that was overlooked by the SEC because of the personal opinion of William Hemon, they say, I can tell you that what that would really mean is that they should go back and fine Ethereum and the co-founders, and they should fine them for actually not registering as a security. I don't want to see anybody go to jail, but then that would instantly mean that what Mike Novogratz did was called insider trading. You with me? Mike Novogratz is out here with this arrogant tone talking about us, and then trying to turn it around here yesterday with a tone that's like, oh, it's actually doing okay. But you had a personal interest in Ethereum to see that a competitor could not compete with the same unique advantage that you got with your investment for 99 cents, for which he complained that Vitalik jumped at a penny on him. Well, I tell you this, Mike Novogratz, I hope Gary Gensler does find his backbone and does answer the question that Ethereum is in fact an unregistered security. And then somebody holds you to the fact that you did some insider trading by buying an unregistered security. How about that one? We'll speak to that. Looking right here, Ripple Labs, which spent $330,000 in 2020, has blown past that figure this year, spending $550,000 through June. Since 2019, the firm has doubled the size of its stable of lobbyists from 6 to 12. Smart move there, no doubt about it. And that is increasing the presence and the opinions up on Capitol Hill to really educate the masses the difference between what Ripple and XRP actually are and the benefits of using something like XRP, the XRP Ledger, and RippleNet. This is European Central Bank right here. It says decisions about central bank digital currencies like a digital euro require careful assessment of international implications, says Europe executive board member Fabio Panetta. This requires further research and international cooperation. Very safe post there. But nonetheless, says CBDC features safety, liquidity, efficiency, and scalability, means its use by non-residents might increase currency substitutions, risk for weaker economies, magnify the cross-border transmission of shocks, and support the international role of the issuing currency. It goes on to say here that not all central banks are moving at the same pace in different objectives, legal frameworks, financial structures and preferences will be reflected in different CBDC designs, but international cooperation can help find a consensus on the issue of common interest. And you're going to see that evidence of different central banks moving at different paces in just one second here. It may be beneficial to discuss common standards, for instance, to make central bank digital currency projects interoperable and allow cross-currency payments between CBDCs, and to limit the impact on the international monetary system. So interoperability, wholesale backend with the CBDCs, is that the message I'm getting, Mr. Panetta? Look here, this is showing right here evidence of what he's saying. I covered it this morning. I'm not going to go deep into it, but France had a huge CBDC test, and it involved over 500 different transactions executing many different things, including derivative settlement. This is getting very, very exciting. And to Mr. Panetta's point, we need something here that focuses on interoperability. These central banks don't want to hold each other's dollars. No. That's not what the future looks like. That's what it looks like up until now. No, they want to find a way to hold something that's worth a lot of money that can serve as settlement, like a bridge currency like XRP, I believe, in order to move to the fourth industrial revolution. All right, let's keep it going here, because we also have this. This is Gary Gensler. Shout out to Tim R614 for the great video clips here. He's on CNBC about the Bitcoin futures ETF begins trading here. Listen to this exchange.
We've got the GameStop report out. What do they all have in common? Well, they're all regulated by the SEC. Let's talk to the man in charge. SEC Chair Gary Gensler joins us right now. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for joining us.
Good to be with you, Bob.
So I want to talk about your GameStop report, but I have to start with Bitcoin. We've got a raft of cheering people down here from ProShares. The ProShares Bitcoin ETF, the futures ETF, is starting trading. Just started a few moments ago. I have to ask you, can you explain to our viewers why you chose to allow a Bitcoin futures ETF to begin trading, but have not yet approved a regular Bitcoin ETF?
Bob, thank you for that question. Just to give you a little context, I think that we in the official sector should be technology neutral, but not policy neutral. And so what we're trying to do is ensure to the best we can within our authorities to bring projects into the investor protection perimeter. And so what you just mentioned, Bitcoin futures have been overseen by our sibling agency, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, which I was once honored and proud to serve there. And that's been 4 years, and some of these applications came in and went effective. As you said, one of them went effective with regard to those products over at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange that our sibling agency oversees.
I think the important thing
Well, there you go. And that's how you learn how to go on national television and say everything and say nothing at the same time. I mean, but to the point of the ETF, I will say, I think it is going to bring a lot of money in. I think we're already seeing evidence of that. It's my personal opinion, not financial advice. But then there was this quietly yesterday or today, I think it was yesterday, I believe, we saw BAKKT go public. Yeah. Were you aware? It got by me. I have to be honest. The price of BAKKT contracted by more than 6% during its first day of public trading. Let's take a look at this because it's not out of range here. BAKKT is an institutional and retail-facing digital asset platform founded by Intercontinental Exchange, which also owns the New York Stock Exchange, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's where it launched also. After launching on the New York Stock Exchange at $9.45 a share, we also saw a lot of sell-off, people taking profits there. And however, traders quickly moved to take those profits, causing a slump of 9.5%, and it's down to 8.84. And we see right now, it was last count, it was at $8.60 $2.76 at close. So that is an affordable stock. And, that obviously reminded me of Link2, right? I mean, Link2 is doing today, and it's just about 12 o'clock, which will be 9 a.m. Pacific time. They are having their global investor conference. If you are not a part of this, you should go register for free and join this conference. They're going to have so many incredible people that are in the blockchain crypto space here. You're going to want to know about it. Link2, private investing made simple at link2.com. All right, now before we get out of here, I want to show you this because this is Raoul Pal, and Raoul Pal is going to break down for you what he believes is the moment we are currently in, which is the best part of the entire cycle that we're in, which is moving through this bull cycle, and how long he believes it may actually go for. And he gives some really, really great food for thought here. Let's listen to this clip. Oh, and shout out to Only the Savvy who actually shared this clip here. Here we go.
We are in the teeth of the best part of the entire cycle. The price is going to go up regardless. We threw all the FUD at it over the summer. That was the correct 50% correction. Basically, the market's been trading sideways in a volatile range since March for Bitcoin and May for the rest of the market, Ethereum. And this is the point. I mean, if you look at all of the post-halving cycles, this quarter is where all the gains are made. I mean, I cannot stress that enough, that this is the time. It's the, I'm keep adding to my risk. I mean, every penny that I get in just goes into this. I think it's different, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I think it's going to extend further because we've got new players into the market and they operate differently. So firstly, we've got the ETF. I think we'll get an Ethereum ETF as well. So that's continued news flow. We've also got the ETH 2.0 and the amount of staking that's going on and what that does. That's going to probably lead to a buy the rumor, sell the fact. And I think it's going to be very powerful because, if you have the ETF and this ridiculous shortage of ETH that's going on, you've got something pretty powerful. But the big factor that people need to think about is how institutions asset allocate. It's quarterly and it's annual. So we will see this bull run. Everybody who hasn't yet invested or wants to increase their weightings, that will come in Jan. And generally, everyone with new shiny P&L, the hedge funds too, allocate. So I think that gives Jan, Feb and March much more potential. And it could go in as far as June before, there'll be excess speculation and the usual thing. It will kind of collapse under its own weight for a while, and regulation may be the thing that gets the market scared. But I think it extends further in price and time than people expect. So the more participants in the market, the broader and longer this plays out. So it's kind of a function of network adoption and the kind of Metcalfe's law idea. So it makes total sense that the price is less spiky, but the trends are longer.
That is a remarkable perspective on the market. Doesn't mean he's going to be right, and he certainly gives the idea and understanding that it could stop in December or it could continue on into January, February, March if we see an extended bull cycle there, which he really does believe. Now, I want to take you to this particular section here because he shows a chart that he looks at and uses and cites, and it's right here. And this is Bitcoin versus years past versus where it is now. And you can see where it is now right here versus the chart leading up to now. And you can see the previous prices from years prior and then what would be projected in the same moves of the prices over here. And it is showing well up over $250,000 here if that cycle plays out. And that is pretty remarkable. Again, these are theory-based things. This is not financial advice from him or me or anyone else, but these charts are remarkable how they are playing out like this and just really following it. And he has another one here, not for just Bitcoin that you see here, but also for Ethereum. And here's Ethereum, past and present following the chart. And let me just move this so that's gone there. So following the previous chart of Ethereum, look at where we're at. We're right here right now, right? And we could see it top out at $19,000, $20,000 range if it continues to map and follow the previous history of itself. And I love looking at this kind of data because it doesn't mean that it's 100%, but it does mean we should pay attention to previous things in history, right? That doesn't mean that they're always going to replicate exactly, because you can see this is not an exact replication or here, right? But they often rhyme. And I find that to be very compelling. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and share with somebody you know. It may not feel like it some days, but believe me, when the bull run does kick off, it will kick off, and it will wait for no man nor woman. I have seen it happen, and I FOMO'd all the way up that ladder and all the way down for the next 3.5, 4 years. And I'll tell you, I am very glad that I've witnessed that in my life and gone through it, because I am ready. This time around, I will be in a position to take some profits and still keep my portfolio intact. That's the plan. That's the hope. And I hope you've been doing the same thing as well. And if not, I hope you're doing your due diligence and your research to get yourself in a position as quickly as possible so you can enjoy the profits from whatever you believe in. All right, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, share with somebody you know, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. They're trusted, vetted links of products and services I use each and every day. By the way, Pure VPN, 99-cent 7-day trial. Help hide your identity online. That's important when your portfolio gets big or not, right? Or Ledger Nano, keep your stuff on cold storage. Get a Ledger Nano, great specials and deals, but you got to click the links. Or check out I Trust Capital. The only thing better than buying crypto is buying tax-free crypto. I'll catch you on the next one.